Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, November the 12th market update. On the economic front, the weekly jobless claims came in lower than forecasted at 502,000. Gold traded down during the day to just above the 1,100 level. Oil was down over $2 to settle at $76.94 a barrel. Let's go over and take a look at the chart of the Dow. Dow closed down 93 points to close at 10,197. The S&P closed down 11 points to 1,087. And the Nasdaq closed down 17 points to 2,149. So if we take a look at the chart on the Dow here, I mean, we didn't even pull back 1% yet. MACD's kind of running into some prior, this prior resistance here. On the trend line that I've got drawn on the MACD, one thing I noticed on the Dow, if you go back on the weekly on the Dow, clear back to 2005 or so, I mean, you could say there's some resistance up here in this area that we're at right here, somewhere in that area. But at the same time, I mean, we really, we didn't pull back all that much today, and the market just doesn't seem to want to sell off. So it's one of those wait and sees. Let's look over and look at the S&P, the SPX. Same way here, we're nearing this kind of this downtrend line that I have drawn on my MACD. You notice here this trend line we got drawn. Of course, this 1100 area we know has been resistance. It continues to do that. Let's look at the 60 minutes on our S&P. So if you take a look at the 60 minute, we got a trend line back from the 1st of November, and we're basically sitting on it right now, right around this 1085 area. So, and of course, it looks like we bounced a little bit off of it. We'll have to wait and see if the MACD starts turning around. News will change everything. So, but the market seems to be still pretty strong. I mean, it keeps just wanting to go up, and I don't know, we may pull back 3 to 5%, but I'm not expecting anything, scary to happen. Let's go over and take a look at the GLD, the gold ETF. So we've been, pulling back here. This is on the 60 minute. Let's go look at it on the 6 month or something. Again, we've got some area support down here, a couple dollars lower. Still not bad. There wasn't tons of selling today in gold. Let's go over and look at the silver ETF, SLV. I talked about it quite a bit yesterday that, we have this kind of a head and shoulders top, but at the same time, if we can hold right here, we could have an inverted head and shoulders here. So we'll have to wait for confirmation and see which one of those play out. Let's go take a quick look at some bullish charts. I keep showing this best buy because I love these ascending triangle type pattern it's in, and it barely 41 cents today. I mean, they just, it looks really good. So keep an eye on BBY. It's got some really good support around this $41 level. Look at that little tiny candle. They were not interested in dumping it yet. Let's go look at WLT, Walter Energy, another one of these. Got a nice ascending triangle here. It pulled pretty much back right around a support area today. Again, selling was not that heavy, not wanting to dump this. You could pick some up, do a partial entry here, or if you wanted to see another day or so, maybe you could pick some down here, but I don't think we're going to go back that far. Depends on the dollar. Let's take a look at another chart. Travelers, another bullish like this, got support around the 52, still above its uptrend line, looking good. TRV. Let's look in bearish charts real quick. Let's look at MetLife, symbol MET. Love this. Making lower lows, lower highs, just hit its uptrend line right there. Nice bearish play. Let's take a look at BG, Bunge. Bunge definitely has resistance around this $59 level. You might want to keep an eye on it. That's nice. And it's another bearish play. It's another one of these. It keeps making lower lows. Did make a little bit of a higher high there, but yeah, not much. So one of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. That was the Dow Jones U.S. Software Index, which closed up 0.13%. The weakest sectors were home construction and the gold index, both down over 3%. Let's take a quick look at the VIX, the volatility index. As we suspected yesterday, we got a nice little bounce today in the VIX, which is what we kind of thought might happen right here in this area and where this candle is. Let's take a look at our current market signals over on the InvestSharp website. We follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. All three indices are on buy signals, and there was no changes in the point and figure price objective today, so all that looks good. So let's go over here and take a quick look. Here's the point and figure on Best Buy, which I didn't show it to you real quick, but look at that. Look at how many times it hit this 4-1 area, and now we're above it. Nice chart. Let's look at quick look at the Dow on the point and figure chart. You know, I mean, right here at 10,100 is where we broke through this prior resistance area, so we're near it now. You know, I said everything still looks great. So that's really it for today. So thanks for joining us, and remember to always invest sharp.